In a certain village lived a young maiden named Zuri. Zuri was known for her gentle spirit and unwavering love for her family, especially her mother, who had raised her with all the love a single mother could muster. Zuri's mother was her entire world, her source of comfort and strength. But one day, the steady rhythm of their lives was shattered when Zuri's mother fell gravely ill. The village healer, despite his efforts, could not find a remedy for her mysterious ailment, leaving Zuri in despair. One evening, as the golden hues of sunset faded into twilight, Zuri sat beside her ailing mother, clutching her hand. Her mother's labored breaths filled the silence, each one tugging at Zuri's heart. Desperate, she decided to seek the advice of the village elder, a wise woman who had lived many moons and knew the secrets of the forest and beyond. The elder, with a voice soft as the evening breeze, shared a legend with Zuri. Long ago, she began, the river spirit gave a sacred healing song to those who were pure of heart and brave in spirit. This song holds the power to cure even the gravest of illnesses. But be warned, child, the elder's eyes grew dark with caution. The spirit tests all who seek its blessing. Only those willing to sacrifice will succeed. Zuri felt a rush of hope fill her. Tell me, wise one, she pleaded. How can I reach the river spirit? I'll do whatever it takes. The elder looked at Zuri's determined face and nodded. Follow the river's edge through the forest until you reach the sacred grove. There, you must call out to the spirit and declare your intentions. But remember, Zuri, only a heart free of selfish desire can withstand the spirit's trials. With her mother's life weighing heavily on her mind, Zuri set out early the next morning, guided by the first light of dawn. The forest was both familiar and alien in the dim light, its shadows stretching across her path like silent guardians. She carried nothing but a small satchel of food and the love for her mother as her guide. The forest tested her resolve. Thorny bushes scratched her skin, and roots seemed to rise underfoot to trip her. She encountered creatures whose eyes gleamed in the shadows, yet Zuri pressed on undeterred. After several hours, she noticed an old woman crouched by the path, struggling to carry a bundle of firewood. Dear child, the woman called out with a quivering voice. Could you help an old woman carry her burden? Despite her urgency, Zuri's heart softened. She set down her satchel and lifted the bundle, surprised by its weight. She walked alongside the woman, steadying her on the uneven path. They soon reached a small clearing where the woman's humble hut stood. The woman thanked her, offering Zuri a small charm as a token of gratitude. May this charm bring you courage, the old woman whispered with a knowing smile. Zuri tucked the charm into her satchel, her heart lightened by the encounter. Little did she know, this was the spirit's first test of her kindness and patience. Finally, as the sun dipped low in the sky, Zuri arrived at the sacred grove by the river's edge. The air grew thick with an otherworldly stillness, and the gentle babbling of the river seemed to hold secrets as old as time itself. She knelt by the water, her reflection shimmering in its depths, and called out, "Great Spirit of the river, hear my plea. I am Zuri, daughter of the river's land, and I seek your blessing to heal my mother." The river's surface began to ripple, though there was no breeze. Slowly, a luminous figure emerged, its form woven from water and light, shifting and flowing like the currents themselves. The spirit's face was serene yet commanding, eyes as deep and endless as the river. "You seek my blessing, young one?" The spirit's voice resonated, gentle yet powerful. "I have seen many who come with hearts full of desire. Why should I grant you the power you seek?" Zuri met the spirit's gaze, her voice steady. "I seek no riches or power. I only wish to save my mother, who has given me everything she could despite her struggles." The spirit considered her words, its gaze unyielding. The healing song you desire is not given freely. To earn it, you must prove yourself through a test of selflessness and courage. I am ready, Zuri replied, her resolve unwavering. The spirit extended a hand, its watery fingers reaching out toward her. Answer me this riddle, brave maiden, it said. What is it that grows only when it is given and shrinks when it is kept? Zuri closed her eyes, searching her heart for the answer. After a moment, she spoke, her voice soft yet certain. Love. Love grows when it is given and withers when it is held back. The spirit's form glowed brighter, a sign of approval. You are wise, Zuri. Now I shall give you the healing song. But know that it will only work if your heart remains true to your selfless intent. As the spirit sang the ancient melody, Zuri listened intently, committing each note and word to memory. The song was hauntingly beautiful, echoing with the power of ages past. When the spirit finished, it gazed at her with a softened expression. One last thing, the spirit whispered. If ever you forget the purpose of this song, its magic will fade. Remember why you sought it, and it will bring the healing you desire. With a heart full of gratitude, Zuri bowed to the spirit, promising never to forget its warning. She began her journey back to the village, feeling the spirit's blessing surround her, filling her with newfound strength and hope. When Zuri returned, night had already cloaked the village in silence. She entered her mother's small hut, knelt by her bedside, and began to sing the healing song. Each note resonated with the love and sacrifices she had made, filling the room with a gentle warmth. As the final note drifted into silence, Zuri watched as color returned to her mother's face. Her breathing grew steadier, and her eyes fluttered open. Zuri, her mother's voice was soft but filled with wonder. How did you? Zuri held her mother's hand, tears streaming down her face. It's a gift from the river spirit, she whispered. A blessing for you, Mama. Word of Zuri's courage spread throughout the village, and the villagers hailed her as the brave maiden blessed by the river spirit. Over time, Zuri became a source of guidance and inspiration, her story a reminder of the power of love, courage, and selflessness. As years passed, the river continued to flow, its waters as pure as ever, watched over by the spirit who once blessed a courageous young maiden. And whenever the villagers gathered by the river to share stories, Zuri would teach the children about the spirit's lesson, passing down the wisdom of the river and reminding them that true bravery lies in sacrifice and love for others. The river spirit's blessing remained over the village, and Zuri's story endured, forever etched in the hearts of all who heard it.